Hi, my name is Stephanie Spicer, and I'm a Limey. Today I'm going to take you through 10 myths about Lyme disease and why they're not true. Myth number 1. To get Lyme disease, you have to be an outdoorsy person. Not so. Ticks inhabit suburban areas and can be active even in the non-grassy parts of parks and forests. Myth number 2. Lyme disease is confined to certain regions. Although there are climates where ticks can't survive, unfortunately, these guys don't respect state lines. And by the way, they don't confine their activity to summertime either. Myth number 3. You can protect yourself from ticks by wearing a hat. Ticks don't live in trees, they live on the ground. That's why spraying your shoes with insect repellent is a good preventative measure. It's true that ticks do like to hide in hairy places, which means you should check everywhere for them, with a mirror. And yes, I mean everywhere. Myth number 4. If you get bitten by a tick, you will get a bullseye rash. Only about 10% of people with Lyme disease even remember getting bitten by a tick. The rash doesn't always manifest, and it isn't always a bullseye either. Early symptoms can be as ordinary as flu symptoms, which is why they're often missed. Myth number 5. If you get bitten by a tick, you should burn it off. Very bad idea. You don't want to cause any trauma to a tick that has its head stuck inside of you, because that could exacerbate the transfer of disease. Pull a tick straight out with your fingers or gently with tweezers without squeezing it, and be careful not to break it. Then keep it in a Ziploc bag so it can be tested for disease if necessary. Myth number 6. A simple blood test will determine if you have Lyme disease or not. Unfortunately, the standard test used for Lyme disease only has a 50% accuracy rate, resulting in a lot of false negatives. Myth number 7. A short course of antibiotics will cure you. If you know for a fact that you've contracted Lyme disease, or even if you just suspect it, the best thing you can do is go on a course of antibiotics immediately. However, there is only a small window of time before the bacteria become established and able to use their many cool defense mechanisms to evade antibiotic action. That's why it's important to act quickly. Myth number 8. If you continue to have symptoms after a course of antibiotics, you're suffering from post-Lyme syndrome or damage caused during your illness. Actually, it probably means you still have Lyme. Antibiotics don't always work, and when they don't, you can advance into chronic Lyme disease. Myth number 9. Chronic Lyme patients are hypochondriacs. Chronic Lyme disease is an invisible illness, both to the naked eye and often to the microscope. But if you are experiencing the many symptoms of this late-term illness, don't believe that it's all in your head. Myth number 10. The symptoms of early Lyme disease are the same as those of chronic Lyme disease. The more time that passes without treatment, the deeper Lyme bacteria can work into a system. They soon find their way from the bloodstream onto the cartilage and soft tissue, and can even cross the blood-brain barrier. That means a whole plethora of symptoms affecting nearly any part of your body, including the nervous system and the heart. So here's what you can do. Read up about Lyme disease or watch the excellent documentary Under Our Skin so you can be more informed about this problem. If someone you know has symptoms, encourage them to get tested at a reputable lab such as IGeneX and to see a Lyme-literate medical doctor. Be that guy on the camping trip or picnic who reminds everyone to spray and check. If you know someone who has Lyme disease, don't let them slip out of your life just because they may not have the energy to go out. Bring the party to them. And finally, please share this video with everyone you know. Thanks for watching.